Hey guys, so today we're going to be filming a middle school advice video, and this is for 6th, 7th, and 8th grade.
It's going to be more of our experiences and what to expect going in to a public middle school than it is like tips, but you still will get some tips and advice for your middle school.
So we are currently going into 9th grade, and what else?
We are going to begin with our first tip. Not all teachers are going to be the same
They're all
in
different.
every grade. So you're gonna have one type of teacher for each grade. You're gonna have various types of teachers, and not all of them are gonna like you. You're gonna have to learn to accept that. All of my teachers, I was grateful to have liked me because I am a good student, but I did not like all of my teachers.
Yeah, I liked most of my teachers, and they liked me, but there were some mean ones.
Yeah, my favorite subject actually was my least favorite teacher in all three of my grades because I didn't like the way he taught. I just didn't like him at all. So you have to just kind of adjust by the teacher and understand what they expect in their classroom. And if you pretty much listen to their rules, you really don't even need to be a good student to be liked by the teachers. As long as you obey the rules that are told to you, you should be pretty good. But it also depends on what type of a student you are.
Just don't be that obnoxious student that everybody hates. So another helpful thing is to actually be present at school. I'm normally good at that, but this year I got really sick a few times. So if you added all my classes up, I missed 101 days of school, and she had 90 something.
I had 73, I think, but mine aren't all from sickness.
Hers was tardy.
Me and getting to school on time don't correlate very well. I'm not a morning person, and our school starts. You have to be at school by 7:30. So, but if you want to ride the bus, it's at 6:42. That is not even an option for me.
But with being absent a lot, you will miss a lot of work, and some teachers will expect you to actually know what you're supposed to be doing, and others will be able to give it to you.
See, that's an adjustment from elementary to middle school. Is you're not going to have in a folder somewhere all the work you missed if you're gone for a couple days. Some teachers will give you the work that you've missed. Some will exempt you from it, and some will expect you to figure it out from a classmate and have it turned in on the day it's due. So,
yeah, and with projects, normally you'll still have to do them, so there's no way of getting out of them. I had to do one, but I just didn't have to do as much because I missed the whole entire project.
Kind of going along with missing projects is if you aren't missing school but you're just choosing not to study or to do your homework. I have an issue with that. I am a huge procrastinator. She will wait to do the project until the week before it's due. Well, I'll wait to do it till the day before it's due. And homework is our teachers didn't really require much homework in 8th grade, but in 6th and 7th we had quite a bit of homework depending on the teacher that we had. And we had the exact same teachers in 6th grade and pretty much the same teachers in 8th grade, but none of the same teachers in 7th grade. So I'm not sure what your experience was like in 7th grade with homework, but we did ours completely different, all computerly. So getting out of it or telling them that you didn't have it, your dog ate your homework wasn't really an allowable excuse.
That actually happened to me in 6th grade. My dog actually chewed up my homework.
Yeah.
So,
but with that, you can't expect. One thing I can say I did a couple times was when they collected homework, I didn't turn it in and hoped that they wouldn't notice and would give me 100. But
yeah, especially
that happened to me once, but they'll begin to notice.
My teacher gave me a 0, and I wasn't even there to turn in the assignment. So
Again, with being present. on the last day before the quarter was due. So it does depend on the teacher and what they are like and if they're strict or not, but that's pretty much next thing on our little list that would be a good advice is to get involved in your school, whether it be clubs, activities, things for your school outside the community or inside the community that would help principals or teachers. That's a great opportunity for us. We were both in clubs and she did volleyball.
Yeah, I tried out for volleyball, but I didn't make the team. But I mean, I tried.
So try your best. We did quite a few clubs and clubs, and that was fun. We ended up having great relationships with our principals because we were involved, so we got to spend time with them outside of being in trouble. So it was a great experience to have them know you and not
hate you,
but to actually be like good principals. Because at my old school, because going into 6th grade, I went to a different school in a different county, and that our school was completely different than what my current school is. So our principals were not really involved with the students, and that made school life quite difficult, especially for the teachers, because they weren't really involved with the teachers either.
So going into middle school, there was a bunch of differences between my old school, which was actually in the same district. But with our system, we have an elementary, academy, middle, and high school. So I was coming from the academy, and the academy is 2nd through 5th. So it was a lot different because the people and the teachers, they were just completely different people. And the teachers, they would always want you to turn in stuff. And they would always say, oh, hey, you need to turn this in. And in middle school, some teachers would, but others wouldn't.
Yeah, some would just not inform you at all that you had a missing assignment. But with our school, we have access to Power School. I don't know if that's what everybody calls it, but it's a portal where you can, like...
You can check your grades.
Yeah, check your grades and see
attendance
exactly every, assignment and what you got on it. So you'll be able to tell if you have a missing assignment.
And it'll give you your GPA, in normal format. It would be, a 92 point something or something like that. It wouldn't be, an actual GPA, but that would be, how the middle school GPA was. So.
Yeah, I don't know that I have much more to say on that except that walking in lines and,
That was completely different.
Yeah, you're allowed to talk in the hallway more freely.
And you don't walk with your class because you don't all go to the same class.
One thing I will recommend is that you keep mints or gum with you at all times.
Even though our school didn't allow it.
Our school doesn't allow gum, but some teachers do. It depends on the teacher, honestly. Our science teacher did allow it, but other than that, for lunch and stuff like that, that would be handy to keep in.
With lunch, though, from going to the academy and the middle school, it was actually pretty similar. You would eat lunch with the same class, and you had to sit in an assigned place. But in our high school, that's different. You sit wherever. So.
Yeah. The next topic that we are going to talk about is dress code. Our school does have a dress code. You're required to wear collared shirts and either khaki or black pants with a belt.
Or gray pants.
Does that really matter? With a belt, and your shoes and socks have to be in the dress code colors. So we are going to talk a little bit about that, following the dress code. My school, before coming to the middle school that I just graduated from, did not have a dress code at all. So
mine did, but it was not even strict at all. You could go to school and wear Sophie shorts, and you could wear leggings. You could wear jeans, and your shirt, it could be stripes or anything like that. It just had to be within the colors of the school.
Yeah. I went to a normal public school with no dress code. We didn't really have any requirements, although you were younger, so you weren't really going to walk out of the house in booty shorts and a tube top, but if that was what you wore, that was what you wore to school, and nobody really ever said anything about it.
Yeah. Like, people now, they'll wear Sophie shorts, and then it's like, well, I didn't wear Sophie shorts when I was in the elementary or academy.
Yeah. But that's pretty much all we have to say on dress code is, like, if you have a dress code, you need to follow that dress code, and it's good to actually obey the dress code because
You can get in trouble.
our school, we had a very strict dress code policy that if you did not follow it, you either got detention or ISS or something like that.
I didn't
And
follow it.
there could be pretty bad consequences if you got caught. So just follow your dress code, and it's pretty much as simple as that.
Yeah, like in 8th grade, I didn't really wear a belt or tuck in my shirt, but I was still wearing like what you were supposed to wear. So I probably would have just gotten put on the spreadsheet, but nobody really cared at the end of the year.
And for the final tip that we have is whenever you have an assignment, complete the assignment. Reading
Before it's due.
Yeah. So don't procrastinate. Just some final tips that we have. Don't procrastinate. Turn your work in on time. Read the books you're assigned to read.
And be organized.
I have a very bad habit of not reading the books I'm assigned to read, and that ends up bringing my grade down, and it's hard to get it back up if you fail tests because you're not reading the books. And just a tip for that tip is you could always, for most books the schools assign, you can find an audiobook, and I know that most schools do allow you to bring like a Kindle or an e-reader or even your iPad or your phone to listen to the audiobook, or you could read it at home if it's your personal book you're being required to read. So I think that's all we have to say. Do you have anything else?
With the audiobooks, they don't necessarily encourage it, but they would rather you'd read the audio or listen to the audiobook than not read it at all. So,
Do you have any final tips to say?
I think that's it.
Okay, please like, subscribe, and share. That's all.